Hey guys, Nate Tice here from the Athletic Football Show, back again with another edition of Wind the Clock, the untimed down version that we will be doing on our YouTube channel. This week, going to be breaking down a 62-yard rushing touchdown for the New York Jets by Breece Hall against the Denver Broncos. Not only want to talk about Hall's run, but the blocking from the Jets from left to right, their receivers, their offensive line, even their backup running back getting involved because of the personnel grouping. Let's jump right into it and see how they got it done. The Jets come out in a 21 personnel group. So you got two running backs, Ty Johnson, Breece Hall, one tight end, and CJ Uzomah on the backside there. The two receivers, Corey Davis and Denzel Mims. Good to see Denzel Mims back out there. The Broncos, because this is 21, it's a base type of offensive personnel. They match in a base defense, 3-4, three defensive linemen, and then four the linebackers right there. The coverage that the Broncos are in a quarters coverage, too high back here, and that is relevant in 1 sec because of how the safeties will fill in the quarters coverage. I really wanted to look, not only Hall has a great run here, I hope he comes back healthy next year. It's a real bummer that he did end up hurt, but the blocking here from the receivers and the offensive line is just tremendous from the Jets. Play all gets started on the edge here. Corey Davis pins an outside linebacker. Corey Davis was a big free agent signing for the Jets last year, but his blocking is one of his hallmarks. Not what you expect out of a star type of receiver. I wouldn't say he's a star. He's just a good player. He does a lot of things well, but he sets the edge here and gets this block done. Denzel Mims runs up to the second level and pounds the safety. Denzel Mims has been inactive most of the season, so I think he had a little pent up energy here. And remember when I said that the quarters, the coverage matters for how the safeties play it? It's because these safeties are the force players. They have to scream down and fill the run when needed because they are in a two-high structure. The defense has one less body in there, so they are the way to kind of play both. They can be back in coverage, but they come up and fill the run. So Mims meets this safety head on, blasts him, really gets a nice block in there. Ty Johnson here also does a nice job. So you have a block down, you have Denzel Mims blocking down, but you can see the angles created here. This is an outside zone run play from the Jets, but Ty Johnson here pulls and kicks out Pat Surtain, who's trying to force the play back inside to his help. He's not letting anything get on the outside of him, but you can see the angles getting created by the receivers here. Now with the offensive line, just really a really good job. We'll start on the backside here. CJ Uzomah kind of gets to hang out. He just has the backside cut off there. But right tackle, here, Elijah Vera Tucker, who's played all over, but has done a good job when he's had to play tackle. He gets a nice cutoff here, so they don't have to worry about anything on the backside pursuing. Now, one of the key blocks here, really a combo block, is the center Connor McGovern and the right guard Nate Herbig. Right here, making this combo block and climb to the second level to number 50 here. So Connor McGovern does a good job of getting depth, getting his angle on the nose tackle, and Nate Herbig gets into this double team before McGovern climbs and gets this linebacker before he can flow over. Really, really nice job because McGovern establishes himself on the outside and waits for Herbig to get over there, and Herbig is able to get his hat across, is usually the term coaches like to use. But that's getting his angle and getting a more favorable angle on the block. Really, you're just cutting off. You're not letting these guys get into the pursuit angles. So when they climb, boom, all these guys are cut off on the backside there. So we go to the left side here, and the left side's got some great blocking as well. And you can see how Laken Tomlinson, the left guard, and Dwayne Brown, the left tackle here, they really do a nice job of understanding the play and what they can get away with and how to create favorable angles, even though it's an outside zone play. So on it, Laken Tomlinson gets depth. He gets down. It almost looks like he's pulling like on a power play or a pin pull play, but instead he's getting depth so he can get a favorable angle on 96. So when 96 is trying to get upfield, he's creating more of an angle, giving himself more room for error on this cutoff. If you notice, all these players are trying to cut off the defenders trying to pursue towards the run. So he gives himself some really favorable angle. It's like a veteran play. It's understanding body positioning and establishing yourself. It's not just beating the guy to a spot. It's like, how can I help myself beat this guy to a spot? And on top of it, left tackle Dwayne Brown here, also, he almost looks like he's pulling here. It really is like pulling on a power play, but it is zone. And he pulls, and he is getting number 49 here, this linebacker, and he does a great job of reestablishing himself and kicking out 49 and creating a run lane. So if you look what the receivers are doing, what Ty Johnson's doing, what this offensive line is doing. So I'll draw it all right up so you can start seeing the angle, the alley that's created by these blockers. So you have Corey Davis setting the edge. Boom, that gets the play going. Now we can get outside. Then you got Ty Johnson pulling, kicking out Pat Surtain. So, and then you got Denzel Mims whacking the safety kind of come down. So right then and there, you can start seeing the alley getting created by the receivers. Now, on top of it, you got Laken Tomlinson blocking, getting 96 out of the play. Then you got Dwayne Brown pulling right here. Starting to see a lot of arrows getting drawn out here. I feel like John Madden. Now you got 49 running over here, getting kicked out of the play. You got a great double team by Herbig and McGovern getting 50 here. And then you got AVT blocking off the DN like that, little nickname there. I understand my Elijah Vera Tucker nicknames. And then you got CJ Uzomah just getting on the backside here. So you can see when this toss lets the running back get the play so he can keep his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage. He gets the toss, Breece Hall here, and now he's got a two-way go. And you can see this lane. I'm going to even go to a different color for you guys. You can see this lane that gets created for him. And now Breece Hall, because of how these guys have pinned it, he doesn't have to get washed to the outside there. He doesn't have to cut it back inside because none of the blocks were happening on the outside. Because all these blockers have pinned, you're keeping these guys inside and you're running out all these players, all these defenders to the outside. You can now see just a beautiful lane that gets created for Hall. Ends up being a 62-yard touchdown for Hall and the Jets, and ultimately a victory for the Jets against the Broncos. Huge win for them. It's a good Broncos defense that they did this against. They've really done a nice job, especially against the pass, but also against the run and really making it hard on offenses. And the Jets took advantage and had a great play here. Again, they came out with the victory. I'm hoping Breece Hall comes back healthy next year. He's a hell of a player. He was my leader for Offensive Rookie of the Year going into this week, and he was doing nothing to make him lose that award. And so it's unfortunate coming down with an injury, but again, it's a great run by him. He not only had the vision to see the two-way go, he took advantage of it, and he had the burst to score a touchdown, a long, explosive touchdown for the Jets. So hopefully he comes back healthy. But this was great blocking from the Jets front, from their offensive line, the receivers. Everyone knew what they were doing, and they had bad intentions on their blocks. So it was an awesome job by them. Another touchdown for them and another victory for them. Again, my name is Nate Tice from the Athletic Football Show. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll be doing this every week. We have live shows every single week. That'll also be posted on our podcast platforms. But if you want to see me and Robert, we got some new visual elements on there, and I think that you guys will like it. But again, please subscribe. I'll see you guys next week.